So Max, what are you doing for the Honda Element?
I'm taking the seats out.
Yeah, which one? Front seat?
This one.
Yeah.
This one is the one in the car.
Alright, show me what that bolt looks like. Hey, Future John here. I realize since I'm new to YouTube, didn't really set the stage for what you're about to see. So first, my son and I, we removed the front seat to the Honda Element to make some space. Then I drive to go pick up a Vespa GT200 in a neighboring state. I squeeze the Vespa inside the Element, and well, you'll see if it fits. There's some challenges. And then I come back home, unload it, and do an inspection of my purchase. And we're gonna see how I did. So I hope you enjoy the episode, and give me some advice in the comments, constructive advice. I'm new to this, so be friendly. Thanks so much.
It's out.
Nice. Lift it up, show it to me. That's the front bolt to the Honda Element. Whoopsie. It's alright. Alright, so we took the two back ones out already. Alright, and here, scoot out of the way, and for the camera, let's show the camera what it looks like. And so it's right up here in the front. I see.
Those wires are turned off.
Right, okay. Alright, why don't you dive in? You got it. And if it gets really loose like that, you can just use your hand on the end. Here, let me pull that off. There you go.
Nope, that's way too tough.
And if you need Daddy to just help you with it, I can throw a hand on it.
This is pretty hard.
Is it? Maybe we should put the wrench back on.
Ah!
What was it? What happened? Spider?
No, that's the bug was on me.
There was a bug on you.
That.
This guy?
Mhm.
Was he in the car?
Yep.
Gross.
Ugh.
You alright? Let me see. Let me see. Did he bite you, or did it just...
It would just look creepy
Just crawling.
on the other side.
Yeah. Alright, let's pause here.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, you're going to do it with the wrench? Or with the extension? Yeah. And you saw that tarantula down there, right?
No. If you see tarantula, then I'm out of here. That was a joke.
Yep. Okay, you're recording. And now we can see how the seat comes out. We've already disconnected the electrical. Oh, pretty easy. Comes right up. There we go. Now let's come in here and take a look at how gross it is. Ew. Yucky. Some bugs in there.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't see a bug. I just see fluff and some stuff we'll probably vacuum out. Slow down. Yeah, there you go. All right, well, what do you have to say about your successful seat removal? Look at me.
That was pretty good.
Yeah? What was the worst part? I think I know. I'm on my way to pick up a Vespa GT200 2006, and it's going to be for $1,500. It has 300 miles on it, 300 miles, and basically got bought and got ridden around a little bit and then sat. It does not start, but it has 300 miles. It kind of makes it the perfect scooter for me. First of all, traveling to pick up a scooter, a motorcycle, vehicle of any kind is just one of the best things you can do in life, I think, is for me, for my personality. I just love these little trips. So I live in a major city, and you never seem to get the best deals close to home. There's always an adventure involved, and so that's what I'm focused on here. Well, then that's where the good deals are. If you're in a major city, there's lots of other people who want to buy the same thing, and this is a way to, I'm going out to not the boonies, but kind of middle of nowhere, and it's winter, and I'm buying a scooter in winter. Nobody wants to do that except for me. In my life, I've only been able to hang on to two motorcycles at one time. It's like I find that if I'm actually riding them, the pace of tires, batteries, and oil changes, like I just can't keep up with them in life. And also, having a family or just doing other interesting things in my life. So I like to keep two motorcycles in the garage at any one point in time, because obviously you're fixing one of them, and the other one you're riding. I realized I haven't explained that I am picking this up in a Vespa. Picking up a Vespa in an Element. I think they're just two of the coolest vehicles that are out there. So I'm really interested to try and video the process and try and show people that it can be done. Whether it can be done, I'm sure it can. I've seen scooters in the back of Vespas, but scooters in the back of Elements, but I've never seen this exact model or like a modern Vespa. So I know I'm going to be taking off the mouse ear. There's a windshield on it, and there are some kind of mouse ear mirrors that I'm going to pull off. And let's see, I'm going to put this down because it might be a cop and wants to be a YouTuber. Oh, there is a cop. And so, yikes, that was 40 miles an hour. That was police. Let's mark that for police. Where was I? So, I'm going to squeeze a Vespa inside an Element. With my son, I removed the back seats are really easy to remove in the Honda Element. It's such a great car for this kind of stuff. And you just hit a few buttons and you can yank the back seats out. The front seat is a little more involved. It's only 4 bolts, and you also have to disconnect the airbag sensors, the electrical connections beneath the seat to be able to pull it out. Not too bad, except now you're driving along without airbags, which is a little disconcerting. I'm gonna be removing the mouse ear mirrors. I'm gonna be removing the little windshield up top, and then it doesn't quite fit. I want to say the ceiling in here ranges from 45 to 47 inches. People on the modern Vespa forum said that the height without the mouse ears is 48 inches. I have a secret trick that I'm going to attempt, which is if I lower the tire pressure basically to 0, I think I can get it in and just roll it right in. And the tires will be sitting on the rims, basically, the front tires anyway. And I think I will be pretty pleased with myself if that works. All right, so I'm breathing like I just wrestled a bear, and we will probably get better video tomorrow, but this is how you fit a modern Vespa inside of a Honda Element. I removed the front seat with my son, and we used this ramp to roll it up right here. Where's my hand? And we removed the little, little seat cover things, and you've got the hooks. Whoops, you can't see that. You got the hooks hooked into where the seat normally hooks in, so those should be pretty solid. So I got this going around the ducktail here. And do I have anything holding it toward the back? I don't. I have, this is important. This was the key thing. You flip these guys over upside down, go and take the seat bolts and go through the circles in the ties. So you do that, and then you got a seat, and then you got the right and the left tied down to where the seats normally hook in. Of course, I don't like this going on the nice paint, so I'm going to throw good old tiger blanket on top. So I'll bring you back when that's done. So here's the little Vespa inside my home garage, inside a Honda Element. And I'm just realizing how closely color matched these two are. Pretty cool. I don't know if I have any grand thoughts. Let's see. We'll go around here. Really excited about this project. Oh, I should show you guys this. So I've got the original owner's manual, the warranty stuff. There's that little card there for the keys. Of all the vehicles except for my wife's, it's the newest. And also, it is the lowest mileage vehicle I've ever bought. I thought it was 300. It's actually closer to 500. No big difference. I've got to go through it anyway. So, but it's pretty much the newest vehicle I own. It's the lowest mileage. It was also one of the cheapest I've ever bought because it was non-running. And if you buy a scooter in the middle of the winter, you can get a pretty good deal on it. What else? Next steps. So tomorrow I'm going to get it out of this thing. I'll actually set it up on a tripod and film that. I'm sorry I didn't get it going in, but the gentleman I bought it from, he was. It's you know how it is. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to. I'm not yet accustomed to filming every aspect of life, and when it's when things get tough, you gotta when you're grunting and sweating. I mean, I realize that's probably the most interesting thing on film, but those are the moments when you're just trying to power through. So in the middle of the rain and kind of fog, I didn't film all that, but we'll get it going in and out. My son sounds very interested in it because he's 6 years old. He wants to ride on the back. It'll be quieter than a Yamaha VMAX, a 1200cc, massive motorcycle, with aftermarket exhaust that I did not install. So yeah, it'll be much quieter. I think he'll be into it. Yeah, the VMAX is it's got a backrest, which is great for a young passenger, but it just it's like you're riding a jet plane or something, or that's not the exact, it's like you're riding a top fuel. It's just too loud, too much. And so a Vespa, I think with a backrest, which this one has, will be ideal for him. One other silly thing, make sure the VIN matches the paperwork, because as the Vespa folks will know, when you have a Vespa, a modern Vespa, you can't easily get to the, quote, pet carrier, and beneath the pet carrier is where the VIN is. The VIN with every used vehicle you buy, you should make sure that the VIN matches the title that you receive before you ever purchase it. You also, I broke a lot of rules on this, but I felt pretty good about the guy. You shouldn't purchase things at night in the rain. You shouldn't show up at somebody's house with $1,500 in your pocket. So I broke all the rules. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Had a good feeling about this one, so I hope it turns out, and it'll be a great little scooter for me to ride with my son. So that's what I'm looking forward to. All right, that's it for tonight. All right, here we are the next day, removing the Vespa from the Honda Element. Amazingly, the Vespa matches in color. So what we've got here is a ramp, and we're going to go in and we're going to show how I had this connected. The one thing, and I'll just try and get this for all the Vespa folks and the Honda Element folks. So it did pretty well as far as not getting killed by the ceiling or not killing the ceiling. I don't even see any significant dents in there. So the one thing I wasn't happy with is when the liftgate closed, it was rubbing right up against there on the fender. So that wasn't so great. I put a tire next to it to try and keep it from rubbing too much. Let's take a look at how we tied it down. I know I did this at night. I don't know, the seat cover thingies removed, whatever they're called, and you just hook your tie downs in there. You got one in the back, one in the front. Those are coming up here. Threw some blankets in there to try and not get the paint too much. Didn't bother with that here. And similar on the other side. So left and right sides both are tied down to the seat anchors. And interestingly enough, when you remove the front seat, you can also tie down to these front seat anchors. Let me see. Get this out of the way. Get you a clear view. So you don't, what I found was when I had it anchored on this part, it kept popping out. So I flipped it over, had the circle part of the hook in there, and then just got these whatever millimeter bolts those are. I want to say 13, 14, somewhere around there. So just did that on both sides and got that pretty well set up. And so with that, and also shoved up against the rear lift gate, it didn't move around too much and it was pretty successful. One thing about doing things on camera, you tend to do them more properly. I was gonna just wing it, but you should always have a way to tie down your ramp. So I just hooked the tie down into the hitch there, and it's pretty solid now. So, well, I guess we'll see if it works.
You okay? Can I help?
Yeah.
I have to get Max on his class in 2 minutes. No, I'm here. I'm here. I can come back out and help. Let me get him back on his classroom.
All right, we're gonna switch directions. Instead of coming out the back, we're gonna come out the side. And that's how you get a modern Vespa out of a Honda Element. Here we are back in the garage, and I figured out, I did a little Googling, I figured out how to get into the battery for this. I feel like my last one was different. This has a nice mat where the whole, I had a 2004, and so it's got, yeah. I had a 2004 and it was different where it just had a few rubber strips here and here, and it wasn't a whole mat like this. I kind of like the mat design better. And you just reach in, sorry for all the mess here. You just reach in with your fingers, pop these little guys out. Where is it? There we go. And here, pop that out. Apply something at the back here. All right, so now we've got our, oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I'm not crazy. So I feel like this is some kind of accessory mat that you can buy and pay extra for. This is more what I'm used to. And if you don't have the accessory mat, that's just filled in with a rubber strip. So these are Phillips head. I'll walk over here. Crazy. Excuse the crazy. There we go. Good enough. Vessel screwdrivers. Is that showing up for you? Vessel screwdrivers, VSSEL. They are the best. Well, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody's going to correct me on this, but they are JIS, if I put correct pressure on it, Japanese industrial standard screwdrivers, which means they have a slightly flatter tip. Where's my finger? There we go. They have a slightly flatter tip than a Phillips head. A Phillips head is actually made to cam out and to stop and to pop out of the screw after a certain amount of pressure. And these things are flat tipped and they're made to like get in there and not lose purchase on the screw. And Vessel just happens, it's not cheap, but they just happen to be an awesome brand of screwdrivers that does all this stuff. All right, let's see. All right, do that, do that. All right, I'll pause it here and come back in a minute. All right, that's working. So, Vessel screwdriver, 2 hands, it's a lot easier. All right, so that's all loose, that's all loose. 4 Phillips heads. And let's see. Try not to lose these things when I pop this out. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, nice. Okay. Keep that all together. And there is a YTX-12-BS battery. And oh, you know what? It's dead as a doornail, I'm sure, so it doesn't really matter. I may as well just pull this off. And we'll get that to the side. Get this guy. Interesting. No corrosion on the battery that I can see. I feel like it just sat there. All right. That's popping out. So the main reason I'm doing the battery first is because it's the easiest way to get under the seat and get to the quote pet carrier. It's a hilarious thing about Vespas. It's a joke. Why is it? There's a sign in here, that's a sticker in here, and all these guys that says no pets, because it's right above an engine and it gets very hot. It would be very bad to put your pet in there. So everybody jokes around and calls it the pet carrier. It's hilarious, I think. All right, so we'll do that. We'll just grab this. Okay. All right. There is. It's an original Yuasa. There's no corrosion on that. This has got to be from 2006. Did they put date codes on these things? I don't think so. I wonder if I can get it to come back, but you know what? All right, so here's a funny little thing about the Yuasa YTX-12BS. It's the battery for a Vespa 200cc scooter. It's also the battery for at least an 04 Suzuki GSX-R 1000. 1000cc, 200cc, they use the same battery. Incredible. So, I do not have to dink around with the old battery for this minute. I can just go to this. So, what I'm putting in here is that these are hex head wrenches, metric size, and the key piece of information that I want to get to you guys is do not, if you do anything with hex wrenches, these are I'll show you the big one. These are the things with the little six-sided, wrenches. If you do anything with these guys, get a set of these. I don't know. I want to say $20, maybe probably less. Depending if you get cheap ones, but you can find them at the big box stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, all the rest. These things, if you assemble more than one IKEA anything in your life, it's worth it to get these guys. It is so much easier. So you'll see this. Oh, maybe I should disconnect my battery tender before I start pulling batteries off. You can go in here. So this is gonna pull this guy off. That will give us access under the seat. If I can get it to come off. Alright, that seat will come up. Right side, left side. So even if you're not working on motorcycles, cars, all the rest, these just a little ratchet. I forget, my life kind of changed. I used to, no, my life didn't change, but you got it. Those little you're a smart kid and you buy those little L-shaped hex wrenches, you have your little pack of that. And you're still twiddling it around with your fingers. Whereas when you do this, it's just so much more efficient. Okay, pops right out. There we go, seats out. And I'm just going to show you this. I'll show it to you in a minute. Oh, now I am onto a different size ratchet. Let's see. You know what? It's funny. From my wife this Christmas, I asked for a nice set of TEKTON a ratchet set, and my default is still, it's all encased in plastic, and it's a nice little set. My default is still to go to my old little manual set, or not manual, just loose set that I grew over the years. And this is the one I'll take with me on a motorcycle trip. And it's an old Chase Harper, basically Chase Harper stuff. I'm going to screw up my clock when I do this, but whatever. Okay, so that's coming up and off. What is that second? I wonder what that second ground is for. Oh, battery tender. No, but there's another ground. I wish I knew what the other one was for. But I've been battery tending this for quite a while. It's got a nice little charge. It's been maintained. And yank these out. Up here. And here we go. I'll walk this over. So, funny little thing. So, YTX12-BS. Isn't that crazy? So, walk on over. Just double check. Yeah, they're the same. And I bought this from, ostensibly it's the same company that makes Yuasa out of Pennsylvania, but just a different brand. It's their own branding. So, and it's $60 instead of $100 and whatever they charge at the dealership. So pretty good. All right, that's the new one, John. Don't forget. Okay. Positive, negative on the Vespa. Positive goes toward the back. Here are the screws. All right, so here we are back. I have my new battery plugged in. I've got a whole set of keys here. I've got the blue key and I've got the brown key. Let's see. So I'm not going to do a first start. Hey! But I am going to make sure that... Interesting. Okay, right signal, left signal, cancel. Got it. Born. All right. And moment of truth. Will the pet carrier unlock? Yes. All right. I think I have to do this. Let's see. I don't know if I can do that. Well, you'll just see me. There we go. Gotta use 2 hands. Okay. Look at this. Nice pet carrier. Nice little cover, rain cover for something. And then whatever. Oh, these are the strips. These are the strips that go there when you don't have the fancy thing. Oh, I wasn't joking. See? No pets. I love that. Anyway, funny little bit of Vespa trivia. In here is also... Man, this thing looks clean. Down here is the VIN where I should check. I should have done this last night, but obviously I didn't have the battery going. Let's see, rear brake, or one of these brakes. I forget on scooters. I think it's different from motorcycles. But anyway, brakes work. Brake light switch works. The gas tank is here, or the gas, you know, the fuel. Let's smell this. Ooh, okay, there's some stuff in there. I think I found out what I needed to. I mainly wanted to make sure there was nothing of the sellers in the pet carrier. Oh, and also, oh yeah, so this guy can go up here. I know this can get stowed up there. I forget what it's a rain cover for. Let's see. Okay, so pet carrier, rain cover kind of goes like that. I've never actually had one with all the good stuff. My last one was in like bits and pieces from an auction. Okay, so now there's a secret to get in here, and I forget what that secret is. That is that's a start button. I do not want to hit that. That's a stop and run. Immobilizer switch. I kind of, oh, I gotta be holding to make the start button work, I gotta be holding a brake lever, which I'm not gonna do. How do you, there is a secret to these guys. It's like, I forget. I'm gonna have to Google this. How do I open up my own Vespa? Anyway, there's a way to get in there. Hold on a sec. All right, so I know it's something to do with pushing this in. Got a, what is this? This is an interior kind of trim tool for a car. Oh, there we go. I did get it. Okay. All right, nothing, got his registration card. And that's how that works. There we go. Look, you just open it once. Sweet. This thing looks so great. Look at it. It's like, I am not used to getting anything this nice. Look at this original toolkit wrapped in plastic. It's still got the original rubber band, probably from 2006, never been touched. What a fantastic bike this is. It's only got 3 tools in it. Okay, that's interesting, obviously. So this is probably interesting. Crazy bend on that. I guess I'm going to say that's a shock tool right there. And this is a spark plug tool. And you just got a crappy screwdriver with that. I want to say shock tool. Anyway, how fantastic is this? This stuff has never been touched. I have never had something this nice. So excited. So, all right, I think my next step is to take the spark plug out and throw some Marvel Mystery Oil just on top of the piston, just to feel better about spinning the engine around the first time around. I just feel better if there's some lubrication in there. So, wish me luck.